Hey guys, it's Drew again. Well, everybody else is doing it, I figured, why not? Today I'm going to show my top 50 cards of my collection based on value. Except, I've got a little bit of the Drew spin on it. You want to find out what that means? Well, let's check it out. I love listing cards. I love looking at cards in different ways, and I've done a number of videos over the last few months showing different cards, my top 10, my favorite this or that. But you know what? I figured I'm going to do something I've never done. I'm going to show my top 50 cards of my collection based on value. But here's the caveat. Something you need to know about me is I'm kind of lazy. In fact, I feel like I'm really lazy sometimes. I don't have VCP and I don't have the time. I really don't have the energy to sit there and go and price all these different cards and say, well, this one is this much and this one is this much. So what I did was I went around my collection. I picked the top 50 cards I think are probably in the highest, and then I put them in an order that I think is probably accurate. However, I'm sure I'm going to be wrong. Some of you guys that are really into, well, this is what this is actually going for in current prices and VCP and prices and comps and all that, let me know, where was I wrong? But I'm going to put them in order starting from 50 all the way down to number 1, from my 50th most expensive down to number 1. Let me know what you think. But all in all, whether I get it right, get it wrong, then we're just going to look at cards and have some fun. So let's go do that. Okay, guys, we have a lot to get through, so I'm going to kind of rapid fire them, but we'll see what we do. So again, this is my 50th all the way down to number 1. So what I think is my 50th is I'm going with my 1952 Bowman Roy Campanella. I absolutely love this card, and if you don't know why this case is all jacked up like this and why I haven't broken it out, well, there's a story for you that you need to hear, but not for today. So there's my number 50. Coming in 1949, coming in at 49th is my 1953 Yankees card. Of the three of them in the dugout, it's got Mantle, Berra, and Bauer, and I'm thinking this is probably a little bit ahead of the one I already showed. 48 comes out of my 56 set, and I'm going to go with my Ted Williams. This is a sharp card. It's a great card. I really love this. I love the image of him swinging, especially, and the fact that they whited out a little bit around his signature so you could see it clearly. But this is just a great card. So that's my number, whatever it was, 48. 47 is going to be my 57, Willie Mays, and great card, great picture, great image. You're going to see a theme of certain sets because I have these sets completed, but next I would go with my Yogi Berra from the 1953 set. Great picture of Yogi, probably taken at the same time as that other one I already showed, except just him alone. Love the catcher's mask in the front, but that would be the next one there. Coming in behind it is just a classic card, and I think this is a card that anybody should have in their collection if you're a vintage, but this is the World Series batting foes with both Hank Aaron and Mickey Mantle on it, and I just love it. I love the bunting in the background up on the stadium, talking off the World Series. Classic, great card. 2 of the all-time greatest on the same card. Just absolutely love that card. So right behind it is another Mickey Mantle. This one's from 58, the All-Star card, and I absolutely love the card, the image on this one. So that would be next. Going to be honest, I have forgotten where I am in my numbers, so I'm just going to keep saying my next one. But my next one would come out of the 56 set, and this would be my Willie Mays that I just recently acquired through a trade with Adam Vintage Sanctuary. So Adam, thank you for the huge upgrade, and love the Willie Mays from the 56. Behind that would be a card that has a lot of special meaning to me, but this would be my Fleer Update Kirby Puckett Rookie. This means a lot because of a certain friend of mine who's a huge Puckett fan. And I remember years ago, I was able to acquire this card and give it to him as a gift. And it just meant the world. He's been such a good friend for so many decades. And Sean, you know I love you. But there you go. So there's my Kirby Puckett Fleer Extended Update. Behind it, another 80s rookie card of the extension. I'm going to go with my Cal Ripken Jr. from the 82 Topps Traded. So that would be the next on the list. And this is the most modern card, I believe, well, not quite in this list, but I'm going to go with my 93 SP Derek Jeter. I pulled this from a pack. I built the entire set from packs. And if you've heard the story, years later, I didn't know who Derek Jeter was in 93. He was just a teenager, just signed. So this card didn't mean much. Years later, I went back through my doubles box and found that I had 5 additional copies of this card, which I had a great time at a card show showing off and using them for trades. Now, I only am showing you one of this. This is actually part of a 3-card set. This is a Ken Griffey Jr. It's an on-card auto. You can kind of see it. It's kind of not a great card, but another great story. But it's highlighting a specific day where he surpassed Frank Robinson on the home run list, July 16th, 2007. And the reason I have this, as well as the other 2 cards that accompanied it, was I was actually at this game. It happened in Atlanta. And it was the only time I got to see Griffey hit a home run live during a game. I got to see him a few times in his career, but this is the only time he hit a home run. So this is the next one on the list, and just means a lot to me that I was there, and they actually made a special set for that commemoration. All right, behind that is going back to vintage. So absolutely think a lot of people just love this card. One of the greatest images of him, but the 52 Bowman Stan Musial would come in next. And right behind the 52, I'm going to put the 53 Bowman, and this is one of the favorite images of Stan, and just happy to have this card. Absolutely love this card. And then 3 in a row, why not? Stan Musial again. I'm going to go with the Red Heart. Now, did I get those in order? I don't know, probably not. I know they're all fairly close, and part of that's based on the condition of my individual cards, but 3 great Stans in a row. We really can't beat that. That's a trifecta of awesomeness right there. Behind that is the card that I affectionately call my boomerang card. This is a card that I found, had, sold, and ended up getting purchased and given back to me. But this is the Gil Hodges from the 49 Bowman. This is his rookie card, and this card means a lot to me because it's just got so many different memories of different people that just went out of their way to show me some love, and I got this card last year, so thank you again for those of you who are involved in that. Now, this is the first card of what I would call my guy, but this is going to be the 41 double play Pee Wee Reese rookie. This is not the only Pee Wee Reese I'll be showing in this, but this is the first one, and just a great card. Another rookie is going to be my 55 Harmon Killebrew rookie from the top set, and just a classic card of a great slugger. Really not talked about enough for what he meant to so many people, and really was for the game of baseball and the hobby. Right above that, next in the list is going to be my 1956 Jackie Robinson. Love this card. I actually have a number of different Jackie Robinsons, and I've had this one maybe the longest, I don't know, but I love this card, and I just love the sliding image on it. So Jackie Robinson will come in next. Now, this I think is only going to be maybe 1 of 2, maybe 3 cards I have in him, but this is going to be my Wilson Franks. Carl Erskine, another one of my PC guys. Love the Flying Hot Dogs. Got this for a steal off of Net 54 many years ago, and so happy to have it. One of my favorite images of him. I love the blue background with the blue uniform. So Carl Erskine with the Wilson Franks would be next. Behind that is another one of my Jackie Robinsons. Picked this up about 2 years ago, and that would be the 55. So there's the next one. Now, this card I picked up this year. I've shown it a number of different times, but it would definitely make in the list. And I'm going to go with my what's called the 1888 Scraps Tobacco card. And it's of a player named Richardson. He wasn't a superb player, but still great set. This is a die cut set, so you can see it's just the image itself. And I love the mustache. I love the old school, the way it's laced up. Just great image. And this is the oldest card by far in my collection. So there's the next one. Another pre-war beauty. I haven't showed this one in a while, but I still love it. Would be my T206 Rube Waddell throwing. Absolutely great image of him. I was specifically looking for a beater copy of this card in the National, and I came across this one. It is authentic, and the reason is because it's slightly trimmed along the bottom, but the image is absolutely clear. The sunset in the back, great image, great colors. Just so much about this card that's absolutely amazing. So Rube Waddell would be next. And then another pickup I got up in the National, which I show this one a lot too, but that would be my 1915 Cracker Jack, Bert Schotten. Great condition. Bert Schotten, if you remember, went on to be a manager, and he was actually Jackie Robinson's first field manager in 1947 when he broke the color barrier, which is why I have the Schotten as a player, because he was such a big part in the story of Jackie Robinson. Coming in behind that is the other of Pee Wee Reese's rookie cards, which would be the 41 play ball. So there's my copy of that. Just a great image. I love this card. Absolutely love this card. I'm so glad I picked it up so many years ago. And then my other T206 would be behind that, and that would be my copy of the Speaker. It's kind of a beater, but still one of the greatest center fielders, and one of the first players in the Hall of Fame in the second year of induction. So considered by so many one of the greatest ever. And then this one I'm showing now. I have 3 different copies of this card, but this is my nicest copy, so that's why I put it in here. But this is the Pee Wee Reese from the 53 Bowman. There is nothing else to say about this card. And if you down this card in this video in the comments, I will delete you. So anyway, you don't have to like it, but you don't have to tell me you don't like it either. So love this card. One of my favorites. Always wanted this card growing up. And the fact that I'm not only blessed to have one, but actually 3 different copies, all with 3 different stories and meanings to me, means a lot to me. All right. Behind the Pee Wee Reese would be my 1951 Burke Ross Joe DiMaggio. And I mentioned this in a video recently that because I've upgraded my Joe DiMaggio, this one will probably be gone by next year if I do this list again, because I'll probably sell it for some funds. But yeah, I got this DiMaggio. I still have it at this point, so it made the list. And behind the DiMaggio was one of those cards I dreamed of as a kid. Never thought I'd get it, and when I finally did, it was like a dream come true. But that would be my Nolan Ryan and Jerry Koosman rookie from 1968. Absolutely just one of those cards you thought, I'll never touch it. When you're looking at Beckett's back in my day in the 80s and 90s, and there was no way because it was listed for $1 billion, or at least it seemed to. But when I finally was able to find one, and I just love the fact that I did. So the Ryan Koosman is next. Behind that is another great pitcher and his rookie card. I would put the Sandy Koufax from the 55. And great card. Absolutely one of the greatest stories as far as pitching and of what could have been, and where would he have been if he continued on. But the Sandy Koufax rookie, no matter what the answer to that, comes in next. And I believe this is the final. No, it's not. I'm sorry. But next I would put my Stallmeyer Carl Erskine next on that list. And I've noticed that all the non-Topps Bowman cards of Carl Erskine have the same picture. I have it 3 different times. We already showed one. This is the second one. And in just a few minutes, we're going to show the third one. But it's the same image. But nonetheless, it's still a great card. So my Stallmeyer Carl Erskine would be next. And then this one is another one of those cards. I just can't believe I actually have it. But this is the 52 Topps Pee Wee Reese. And the reason this is so high up in my list is because this is a high number. I only have maybe 2 cards from the 52 Topps set. But the Pee Wee Reese being up there as a high number, and just a great image, and just so happy when I was able to find this one. And so that's next. And then this is one of my favorite cards. This is a more modern card, but being a Griffey guy, having an on-card Griffey Auto, I love this card. And again, the values that I gave to all these cards, I'm kind of guessing on a lot of it based on what I know, but a lot of it is really supposition. So, but I'm putting this one next, and just absolutely one of the greatest signatures, and great image, perfect card design in my opinion. So Griffey comes in next. And then behind them would be my 1948 Bowman Stan Musial rookie card. And of course, a lot of rookie cards are going through this entire list, but that's sort of where values end up falling. So the Stan Musial comes in next. And then behind that is the other card I was just referring to a minute ago, which is my Briggs Meats Carl Erskine card. Same image as the other cards I already showed. I did a video on this a month or 2 ago that I was able to find this in an auction. There's only 7 copies of this card graded in any of the grading companies, and this is the only one that's graded by CGC. And I was able to find this for an absolute steal. Should have been way more than I won it for, but it sort of slipped under the radar, and absolutely thrilled to have this one because really almost an impossible card to find. And then behind the Briggs Erskine is going to come in at my Jimmy Fox with scribbles from the 38 big heads up set from Gowdy, and got this one at the National too. Actually have some great stories about how I got it, who it was with. Just one of those things. It's not about the card, it's about the memories of how the deal went down. And if you're out there watching this, Sammy Thunder, Dom, you guys both know, Mike from Scoots, all 3 of you guys were there helping me get this card. So thank you so much again. But Jimmy Fox is coming in there. And then the card I think have shown more than any other card on my channel in history, because I still can't believe I have it. Absolutely one of my favorites of all time is the Coat Tips from 1952. excuse me, Pee Wee Reese. I'm going to kind of tilt it down because it's a bigger card. But I got this one last year and absolutely just thrilled to have it. Still can't believe I have it. It sits behind me in the videos. So always keep your eye out for that Pee Wee Reese from the 52 Coke Tips. But that would come in next. Now on to a card I had forever. One of the greatest stories of any card I've ever gotten, but this is my 1953 Satchel Paige. My wife got this for me for Christmas many, many years ago, and went through a time trying to win an auction to get this card. And she was so determined to get this card that she got an absolutely beautiful copy. And so thrilled to have this card. One of my top 5 in my collection by far. So Satchel Paige comes in next. But behind him is another card that's got another great story. And this would be my 1914 Honus Wagner Polo Ground set. And just love the image of him. You can really see him very clearly. The split grip that he's got. You see I love the insignia on his shoulder. And just everything about this card is absolutely great to me. So some people don't like game cards, but I think they're a huge part of the hobby and in our history. So Honus Wagner coming in next. And behind him, the most recognizable player of any sport in history, more than likely, comes in with my Sonella Babe Ruth. So Babe Ruth would come in next, but not behind him, or in front of him rather, but still one of the greatest in our hobby is going to be my Ty Cobb from my national game set from 1913. So thrilled to have a Cobb, especially being, the Georgia Peach, and he's from Royston, which is, less than an hour from where I live. So I've been to the museum and just a huge part of baseball history and the culture. So Ty Cobb would come in next. Behind the next, in front of the Ty Cobb would be my 1952 Bowman Willie Mays card. And thrilled to have this. This is my Mookie special. You've got the pinhole up there, which means I can own it. And so I'm thrilled to have the great copy, and really one of my favorite images of Willie Mays. So the 52 Bowman Mays would be next. And behind him is another, and the last one I think of what I have is Jackie Robinson. That's my 53 Jackie Robinson. And I told this before, but I actually got this card on eBay for about 50 bucks many, many years ago. And boy, it is not 50 bucks anymore. So thrilled to get the copy. And so Jackie Robinson will be next. All right, we are coming down to the end. We have 9 cards left, and so this is going to be just these are the big boys. And so you probably know my collection well. You'll know that I have all these. But next would be my 49 leaf Stan Musial. Probably my favorite card in my collection. I can't imagine why another card would top it. There's so many things I love about this card and my copy of this card. So Stan Musial with the 49 leaf. And not to be outdone, right behind that, for number 8 would be my recently acquired Joe DiMaggio from the same set. So my Joe DiMaggio from the 49 leaf comes in next. And again, if you know me and know my collection, coming in at number 7 is going to be the Ted Williams. So the 3 leaf cards that I have that would make the top 50 are all right in a row, right in the top 10. So my Ted Williams, beautiful copy. Absolutely love this card. And so that would be next. So what do you think? You guys know my collection. You know what I have. What's going to be in my top, what do I have, 6 left? Well, you could probably guess there's one player that's going to dominate because his cards are crazy, but I'm going to go with my 56 Mickey Mantle. This card may or may not be ranked financially where I put it, but this is where I put it. So I love this card. It's part of my complete set. Got it many, many years ago, but Mickey Mantle from 56 will be next, followed by the Mickey Mantle from Red Heart, and absolutely one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Mickey Mantle card that I have. And it would be a very close second at all to the next card, which obviously is going to be another Mickey Mantle. So what do I have besides the Red Heart Mickey Mantle? I have a beautiful copy of the 1953 Bowman Mickey Mantle. So either the Red Heart or this one would be next. So we're coming in. My last couple cards here. What do I have? What's it going to be? There's a card in here I think a lot of people don't even know I own because I never talk about it on YouTube. Not this one, though. I've got my Roberto Clemente rookie from the 55. Beautiful copy. Another great story of how I obtained this card for basically free. I was almost paid to get this card, depending on how you look at it, but I still have it after all these years. And Roberto Clemente, 55 rookie, followed by one of the most sought-after rookie cards in all of the hobby. And my number 2 would be my Hank Aaron from 1954. So After Hank Aaron, what's it going to be? What is my number one card in my collection? Well, by far, it's not even close. I can't imagine myself ever not or surpassing this as far as value, but it's a card I don't believe I've ever shown. But this would be the Joe Jackson rookie card. And that would be an incredible card if it was real. But this is a fake, so that's actually not in my top 50. But the one that is going to be my number one. Last year, the year before, every year is going to be my DeLong Lou Gehrig. And yes, it's beat up, but it is mine. And even beat up, it still surpasses all the other cards. So there you go. There's my top 50 cards in order, at least the order that I came up with when I thought which ones were going to be the best. So where was I wrong? Where was I right? Was there a card in there you didn't know I had? What was it you knew I was going to be? Did you know that the Gehrig would be first? Did you remember I had it? Were you fooled when I showed the Joe Jackson? Let me know. I want to hear comments. I love the feedback from you guys. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me over this last year and every year. It means a ton to me. So I appreciate you for coming along for the ride. And until next time, you guys be good.